improving cybersecurity for the state's critical infrastructure. Critical infrastructure entails vital cyber and physical assets and systems whose destruction and incapacity would result in a debilitating impact on public health, economy, and safety. It provides essential services that strengthen society, implying that effective measures should be established to ensure security. The 2018 Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency Act was developed to enhance resilience efforts and security in the United States. This paper explores how the governor's administration can enhance cybersecurity and promote the state's critical infrastructure. Critical infrastructure gives a clear description of assets and physical and cyber systems crucial to the United States. 18 essential sectors of infrastructure exist in the U.S., and they act as a backbone of all sectors of development. They include banking and finance, commercial facilities, food and agriculture, chemical, communications, defense, emergency services, manufacturing, energy, emergency services, public health, and healthcare. Others are nuclear reactors, transportation systems, national monuments, postal and shipping, materials and waste, dams, and water. Critical infrastructure is important to the economy, though it is prone to cybersecurity threats. Cybersecurity threats refer to various cyber attacks such as data manipulation, destruction and exfiltration, infiltration, identity theft, and service compromise. These threats are perpetrated by individual hackers, criminal enterprises, or politically instigated hacktivists. Individual hackers utilize their highly skilled technical know-how to access an unauthorized information system and compromise it. Politically instigated hacktivists are different from individual hackers in that they do not hack systems for their gains but with a mandate of bringing political and social change. Sometimes hackers form a criminal enterprise upon consolidating their forces. This is a comparable structure or a group of individuals who engage in illegal activity. These criminal enterprises can be motivated by social and/or political change or unfriendly national undertakings. To access the valuable information of the target, they work for the state and commit cybercrime unnoticed. Governors can plan, implement, and sustain cybersecurity programs. The governor and his administration should enact actions that seek to improve the security of all critical infrastructures. One of the actions is practicing proper governance, which aids in allocating resources, assigning duties to the right personnel, and formulating policies and procedures that protect the environment. They need to prioritize financial decisions according to the risks, since budgets are always a limiting factor. Finally, there is a need to establish relationships with other agencies such as federal partners, private industries, citizenry, and local governments and determine the benefits. Everybody has a stake in ensuring a secure operating environment, be it users, providers, or supportive services. In response to the three actions mentioned above, governors can take several steps to handle challenges such as fuel shortages, cyber attacks, electrical breakouts, and other crises. Identifying the nation's critical infrastructure to put more emphasis on the underlying risks. Health, security, banking, and finance are some of the critical infrastructures that should be considered as they carry hefty risks to cyber threats. Conducting risk and vulnerability assessments for the critical infrastructure. Some risks are highly vulnerable to the economy when their systems are attacked. Identifying and understanding interdependencies in the critical infrastructures, since they depend on each other, and when one has been compromised by the attackers, the threat may affect the entire critical infrastructure. Protecting critical infrastructure through the development of regional strategies. Recognizing the role of the federal government in safeguarding critical infrastructure. Collaborating with the private sector in protecting critical infrastructure. In recent times, the over-reliance on cyber networks has been increasing and changing the way people work and engage in activities such as shopping, communicating, and banking. Therefore, cybersecurity has become a significant state responsibility, as a single cyber attack can jeopardize and compromise data security, forcing the state to shut down its networks. Other cyber systems are difficult to secure due to their vulnerability. For instance, cyberspace is prone to malicious damage since attackers can operate remotely from any part of the world. There is also a growing concern about critical infrastructure cyber threats due to increased sophistication and cyber intrusions posing new risks. The increased integration of information technology with physical infrastructure operations has also added high-consequence risks and events that can bring the economy down and disrupt millions of citizens' livelihoods. In conclusion, cyber threats are on the rise, and government agencies need to take the necessary measures to protect critical infrastructure. By exercising proper governance, prioritizing financial decisions, and establishing a cordial relationship with other agencies, benefits in securing and safeguarding critical infrastructure are attained. It is vital to strengthen the resilience and security of cyberspace, considering the underlying risks and potential consequences. The cyberspace infrastructure vulnerability is high as attackers target nation networks to access information and steal money, as well as threaten the delivery of vital services. Crimes that have detrimental economic and human consequences such as banking fraud, property violations, and child exploitation schemes are nowadays common in cyberspace.